Valencia 1, Real Madrid 2. And honestly, the end of that game was absolutely crazy, people. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I could not believe my eyes. Honestly, it was that mad. It was beyond me. And I don't know where Real Madrid actually sat in the match for me. I think some parts they were good and some parts they were absolutely awful. Pretty much for the very first 60 to 70 minutes of that game, they were very, very, very poor. And until Ancelotti actually brought on technical ballers with great first touch, great pass and move, when Brahim got the ball, nicked it off their player, and actually passed it to Bellingham, little touch to Modric, and then scored and brought us back into the game. That's what happens when you actually have technical ballers on the team. Camavinga was also included in that as well, the substitution also. And it was a different level of Real Madrid, and you saw it after Vini got sent off. I have to admit it. Vini got sent off and the whole team just started clicking, even with 10 men. And Mbappe was no part of that. He had absolutely no part of that. It's like Real Madrid were actually playing with 9 men on the pitch. And it baffles me to say why Mbappe and Vini are still not having consistency with their performances. It's a problem because they're supposed to be the two focal points for Madrid. Vini on the left wing and Mbappe as the main guy up front. Mbappe was caught so many times offside, you couldn't count it on 2 hands, literally. It's that bad when he has the pace to get behind the defensive line. But instead, what he does is trap himself into a position where he's already ahead of the defender before the pass is even played. So Bellingham, for all his ability to create that lovely, incisive through ball that he did for Mbappe, he was offside when he scored the goal. He done it countless times also, Bellingham. Offside after offside after offside. So why does Mbappe lie in that offside position all the time? Why doesn't he just stick a little bit behind the defender? He has the pace to get away from him and supposed the skill to get away from him. But his first touch is also poor. And even when he did score that offside goal, the first touch, it was dragged a million miles ahead of him, where he had to make a recovery run to actually catch the ball, to go around the keeper and score. Obviously, it was kind of offside, but it looked clumsy, even from his standpoint. And Vini, he was non-existent the whole match. Non-existent, where to a point I felt that he felt frustrated. And that frustration showed when he put 2 hands on the keeper. Regardless if it's soft, regardless of what the contact is, it was a deserved red card. And do you know what? I'm going to say it now. It was a blessing in disguise for the whole team, because then suddenly Real Madrid came to life. And why? Because we had, like I said in the beginning, we had technical ballers in the midfield. Camavinga outside as well, obviously initially starting as a left back, but outside, trying to invert, go outside, create opportunities, retrieve the ball back quickly. And across the whole match, we were poor until that moment of the red card. Why? Because, and people are not going to like what I say here, but Vini has been very poor across the whole season. We have seen it with our own eyes. I'm not attacking this player. Vini is absolutely brilliant at what he does when his game is clicking. Like, for example, Dortmund, when he absolutely tore apart the whole defense. But in instances, in matches like this, where Valencia are not the best of teams in Spain at the moment, where Valencia are obviously they've just recently got a new manager and they have that manager bounce. They still have time to adapt to it. So use that to your advantage. But Vini didn't. He didn't. Yes, he made a few runs, but he got caught so many times. Got caught. And I'm not seeing it. I'm still not seeing it between Mbappe and Vini. And there's a problem occurring where they're either going to have to drop one or drop both completely. Yeah? That's it. Simple. Simple, because they're not doing anything. Give someone else an opportunity. You know what? That's it. Who cares, man? Because if they either drop one, if Ancelotti drops one, then you see maybe the other one perform and maybe come to life a bit more. You see off the pitch, I've seen Instagram posts where Mbappe and Vini seem to have a great friendship as players. But now Vini's been sent off and he's not going to be featuring, I think, in the next game or two or whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure about the offside, the red card, rule in Spain. I don't sure if it's 3 game match ban for an immediate red card, or if it's 1 or whatever, or if they're going to overturn it or whatever it is, yeah. I'm still not clued on it. But we need to actually allow Mbappe to play by himself or Vini to play by himself. Because Vini, we saw it last year. When Mbappe wasn't featuring, he was cooking on a different level. And maybe because he's occupying it too wide, and Vini and Rodrigo should be more of a central focal point with Bellingham behind and play that way. If Mbappe's a problem, drop him. You know what I mean? So we need to understand, and Ancelotti needs to understand where this team actually, the strengths are. And if Mbappe is the problem, then drop him. If Vini's the problem, drop him. And maybe Mbappe by himself with Bellingham just in behind or something, or vice versa, or whatever he wants to do. Because, you know what? Real Madrid are playing like they want to win La Liga this season. Now, you know what I mean? That last 20 minutes or so was a different level completely. And we need to see more of that Real Madrid, more intense, where we're just literally pinning team back in their defensive line and not allowing them to escape. That's where we need runners like Camavinga and Valverde in the midfield. We need runners like those two. Yes, Sabayo's done the job today, I'm not going to lie. But sometimes he's a bit clumsy. When he has a yellow card, he has a tendency to frustrate himself a bit more and, you know what, be a bit more cautious into tackles. And that's where his strengths are not so much, because he's not the most clinical tackler, if you would call it that, in the world. But he's a runner. And when you have runners in midfield, they're always going to track back and always track their man, essentially. So we have to see Valverde, we need to see Camavinga, and we need to get a centre-back, because I want to see Camavinga, Valverde, and maybe Bellingham just in front, yeah, in that central midfield, yeah, and we see an actual centre-back with Rudiger. But Tchouaméni did a job today. I think he done decently well, considering, and he was better actually more in the attacking areas when Real Madrid were a goal down than when he was defensively. So, you know what, that's where Tchouaméni lies sometimes. When he does perform at his best, he is more in that holding midfield area. So we need to see Real Madrid play more like they did in that last 20 minutes across the whole match, because I'm going to be honest, the first 70 minutes were stinky sideways, backwards, no intent with the passing, just very poor overall. And I did not see a Real Madrid that I was seeing for the last few games, where we were playing fluid football. And I don't know, it still isn't a consistent level that I want to see, but it's getting there and it's getting better. But we're top of the league, guys. We're top of the league until probably Atletico Madrid plays their next match. So I think, you know, we take this into the next game, and we hope we maintain win after win until we play Atletico Madrid. When we play Atletico Madrid in February, we need to see the best Real Madrid that we can. Because Vini's going to probably be back by then. Probably be back long before that anyway. It depends on how the decision is taken upon his red card. But you know what? We need to see the best Vini. We need to see the best Mbappe. We need to see the best Bellingham. And may I remind you that Bellingham was absolutely sensational today, regardless of the penalty miss. He was tracking back. He was causing havoc in the front end. He was delivering excellent, incisive through balls to the likes of Mbappe. He was holding man off. He was dying in and out, going on the wing, come back in. Everything essentially that you want your central midfielder to do, an attacking midfielder to do, yeah? And the goal that he took was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely a crucial clutch moment. He has the ball to win the game. Calm and collective. That's what I want to see from Bellingham, yeah? Because, you know what? Jude has all the attributes to be a great player. sometimes in those moments, yeah, calm and collected. Yes, the penalty, he missed the penalty. So what? He came up clutch at the end and scored the goal that mattered the most, where we were going to win the game against Valencia. And do you know what? I wouldn't have trusted Mbappe in that position. And Vini also had a one-on-one, yeah, and fluffed it. So this is where Bellingham comes obviously on top and deserved my man of the match of the game. Absolutely man of the match, and deserved at least an 8 to 9 out of 10 for his performance. And I'm going to run through obviously the rest of the team. Courtois made some exceptional saves at some points in the match. I think it was Fulke had a chance right and saved it with his feet, I think it was. So do you know what? Courtois deserves 7 out of 10. Vasquez was decent, but sometimes got run out a bit. So I'm going to give Vasquez a 6. Tchouaméni, decent 6. Rudiger, same 6. Mendy to start off, I'm going to give him 6. Valverde, 8 out of 10. Tracked his man all over the pitch. Intercepted the ball really well across the whole match. So I'm going to give him a 7. I'll give him a 7.5 out of 10. Ceballos, 7. I think he was decent today, apart from obviously the card, but very, very decent. Bellingham, sensational. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. My man of the match. And I'm going to go into Modric in a bit, guys, because when he came on was absolutely different class altogether. But Mbappe, I'm going to give him a 3, guys. I'm going to give him a 3. I don't know where he was. Non-existent. Vini, for his attitude towards the keeper there, 0 out of 10. Red carded, didn't do nothing in the match, and just stunk it out completely. Rodrigo, I don't know, he was non-existent as well. So just average. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. But yeah, Bellingham man in the match, and Modric came on, absolutely controlled it. Bossed the midfield. You saw the difference in the midfield when Modric came on, when Brahim came on. Modric instantly for that goal gets an 8 out of 10, because you know what? He completely elevated Madrid to a different level. You saw even in defensive areas when he had the ball in that limited time that he had. Brilliant play from Modric. Absolutely brilliant. 8 out of 10. Brahim, 7 out of 10. Retrieved the ball excellently well. Passed it off to Bellingham, and Bellingham literally slotted it through to Modric. And Camavinga, our other substitute, also very good. I think, obviously, apart from when he just literally got sent off the pitch from that last chance. Oh, my Lord, what a shot that was. What a shot. Well worthy of the goal of the season if that went in. But Camavinga, also good, decent, and made a lot of overlapping runs when he came on. Played him as a left back, but inverted a lot. Played in midfield, just really got stuck in and very fluid with the team. Excellent player, absolutely excellent player. He should start pretty much every game. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. And Ancelotti, start off, the squad wasn't that good altogether, but I think after the red card came and Vini got sent off, he made the right substitutions, put Modric on and literally dictated the game, changed the game for the face of it. So I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. Ref was decent, and do you know what I hate to see? Real Madrid start diving and start trying to claim penalties and trying to start doing this. We need to be beating Valencia normally as a team with 11 men. Can't be diving all over like Vini did, Mbappe did. That wasn't a penalty, by the way. Mbappe's, it was not a penalty. I can wholeheartedly agree probably with the whole Real Madrid fan base that was not a penalty. And we need to be a bit more wary of how if this was Champions League, mate, I'll just take it all day. But this is Valencia we're talking about. We need to be beating them normally without having to go to the dark arts, for example, to win penalties. So obviously Bellingham missed it. And do you know what? I'm going to say it. Justice was served for that. Justice was served because it was not a penalty. Yeah. And Bellingham, yeah, again, absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. And there's no more I need to say about that match, guys. No more I need to say about that match. Modric, brilliant. Bellingham, absolutely excellent. And the whole team as a whole, without Mbappe and Vini, without Vini, essentially, the team changed. And even Mbappe, I think, got more stuck in. So, yeah, pretty much that's it, guys. Much appreciated. And let me know in the comments below what you thought of that match. And we'll see you next time. It's time to end the stream. My name is Dave. Take care, and we'll see you next time. End the stream, Dave. Take care.